Hey there, it's Darlene. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a challenge with the Iron Challenge Crafters, and it's run by Tara O'Rourke, and she has a Facebook group, and I'll have all the links down in the information box below. But basically what she does is she gives products to use, and so we're supposed to use them from our stash. Now this month it is eyelets, brads, and or buttons. So I am pulling out, or I have pulled out all the ones that I thought would match this particular fall themed layout that I'm doing. I've already cut these strips, and I want to say, and I'll have more information on my blog, but that bottom one is probably like 2 3/4. The two in the middle are both 2 1/4. The yellow one up on top is maybe 2 inches, and then the top one is 1 1/4. But again, look at my blog or go over to my blog to get the exact measurements. So I really wanted to use these photos from my granddaughter. We're just playing around in the leaves at the park, and this is from 2021. So I laid out the strips where I wanted them, which is basically going the thickest height up, and I marked the areas where that photo on the left, that main photo is, so that way when I placed all my brads and eyelets, I knew not to go past those marks. I ended up leaving the picture there because it was fine. It didn't get in my way. So I am just going through, and I don't know about you, but it's been a long time since I've used an eyelet, and I was really happy for this challenge that was the product, because I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it or use them like splatter in a sense. So normally we would be using enamel dots, which seems to be more of the norm nowadays, but this is kind of the same effect. And I just grabbed some gold ones. I thought the gold would match better with the fall theme. And I had some green, there was some brown, and I want to say that's it. I did see a red, but it was too primary, so I didn't use it. So I'm going to be using this sticker sheet and these products. I also have die cuts for the additional embellishments, die cuts, and stickers, like I said. So what I did is I just took one strip at a time. I used my Crop-A-Dile to punch holes, and then I use it also to set those eyelets. Now I'm not going to show, or I didn't film the entire thing, but you get the gist. I just used a pencil where I marked where I wanted those holes to be, and then I just, like I said, set them in. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the one I was just pointing out, that has like a flat head to it. I wasn't sure how to set that thing, and when I used my Crop-A-Dile, it kind of gave a little indentation, which was fine. I wasn't worried about it being flat, but I did like the color. It was like a really dark blue, almost a black, but it just looked really pretty. So once I did that, I went ahead and started adhering these strips down. Now, I think I mentioned to you before, or if you are a subscriber, you know, I have a T-square ruler somewhere. I don't know where it is. But I tried to use my mat, because you could tell it has rulers on both sides, horizontally and vertically. But you know what? I feel like even when I use the T-square, nothing's ever straight. So I'm never really worried about that, because I hope nobody's looking at my albums thinking, wow, those were not straight. Because I will tell you that is happening on every single one of my pages. So anyhow, as an afterthought, I kind of was thinking I probably should have put the strips of paper first and then set the eyelets, only because there was some bulk over there on the left hand side on those top 3 strips, the ones that had the eyelets. But again, not a deal breaker. I went ahead and just put an adhesive in the middle of that one photo, because I wasn't sure if anything was going to be tucked in. So I went ahead and just left the edges loose or unadhered for that reason. But I knew this one here was going to be directly on the page, so I had no problem putting it on all 4 edges. So I'm just layering the photos. I love these photos because, like I said, we just went to the park and there were so many leaves, and my granddaughter had so much fun. So it was kind of fun just taking random pictures of her. So now I'm pulling out the brads. So again, I'm just grabbing whatever I thought matched. So with either like yellows, oranges, greens, gold, and browns. But I don't think I had any brown brads. A lot of my brads that I still kept are like random colors or little flowers. And I knew the flowers weren't going to work. I did think about using those gnomes because I know gnomes are kind of a thing, but they were also like very bright colored and I didn't think they coordinated. And then I remembered I had these little woodland animal ones. Now we didn't see any woodland animals, thank goodness, because I probably would have freaked out, but I still thought they were super cute. I started off just using one of the foxes because it had that, that light kind of orangey brown. And then you'll see me later on. I do end up adding the, I think it's a skunk and a squirrel. But again, that's just later on. So I just used a piercing tool to just throw my, what do you call that? Not stab. Well, I guess it is stabbing, but putting my holes into the paper. And I just adhered it directly with the pattern paper and also the cardstock, which you can tell because you could see the back of the brads from the back of the paper. But isn't that cute? I really like that red heart there. And that heart, you can't tell, but it's like a velvety kind of heart. So it's kind of gives you that kind of warm and comfortable fall feeling as well. So I really like that because I was debating because it was such a bright red, but hearts are hearts, and I think that's always fun. So I have those 2 3x4 photos, and I put them down there, and they just clashed so much. So I decided to pull out some white cardstock, and then I just did a really thin mat on both of those. And I love the way that looks now because it really stands out against those 2 4x6 photos, and I was able to get 4 photos onto this one layout. And if you are a subscriber of mine, you know that I love multi-photo pages, especially when I have multi-photos, because I don't like to do 2 layouts when I can put it all on one, and as long as it still looks good. So look at that. Doesn't that look great? I love that white. So here's the die cuts that I was talking about. Now I'm going to not show you on screen, but I went through them and kind of grabbed what I thought would go. So I love labels or tabs kind of things. So I pulled those out, and of course I also pulled out a plethora of leaves. So I will use those. I think I only use 1 label, but I like this little part right here. Now there isn't any blue in my layout, but because it's still kind of that tone of blue, I think it really went. So you'll see also I'll grab a tab that's blue and I'll put that over in that top right corner on top of the, not the featured photo, but the second photo over there on the right. And I'll use some stickers later to add a more blue over on that bottom right to kind of give like a visual triangle. So if you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit or click on all of the people that are in this YouTube hop, and you can check on my blog because the information will be there as well as down in the information box. I post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. And the command center is the name of my blog and also my craft room. So those are the blue stickers that I was talking about, and I will end up putting those down in that bottom right hand corner, and I think it really balances the page. This page didn't have a lot of journaling because in my mind it didn't need a lot of journaling. I think I just put November daisies at the park or something crazy like that, but it really didn't have room for or the need for anything else. But again, I do hope you decide to go through all of these crafters who are participating in this YouTube hop. I believe there's also an Instagram hop. So that's another place if you just want to look at pictures, but all that information will be in my box below. But I had a lot of fun with this challenge, and I'm really going to try hard to do more challenges because I think they really push you outside your box. And I will tell you, they definitely put a dent in my eyelets and Brad's supply, because I don't even know why I keep these because I shouldn't say never. I rarely use them. But oh, here's those other 2 little animals, super cute. But again, I buy Brad's, especially these cutesy ones, all the time. I rarely use them, so it was really nice to pull those out. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're not a subscriber, I do hope that you decide to do that and just hit that notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. I did pull out a black pen. Now the one that I'm going to be using, I actually bought that at the dollar store, so I was a little weary of it, but it's actually a really nice pen. It has like a brush tip, And but also you can write like a fine tip. Well, maybe not a fine tip, but a tipped pen. So I was really happy to find that. I'm telling you, if you haven't gone to any of your local dollar stores, whether it's Dollar Tree, Dollar General, I think there's even like a Family Dollar or something, but they have really stepped up their supplies of crafting items. So here it is right here, but you can see the tip of it. Isn't that wonderful? See? November Park Fun. I think over there in that top right, I put Daisy on there. But again, I hope you like this. Look at all the details. Isn't that so fun? But I really like the way the eyelets, like I mentioned before, I was really trying to give it that kind of splattered look. And I really think I accomplished that in this layout. I hope you agree. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.